I'll be answering a few business questions that you guys sent over. What made you decide to go in business? How do you juggle your personal responsibilities in a 24-hour period? Hello! So today I'll be answering a few business questions that you guys sent over, and I'll also kwento how EIKA started since 2014. I'm Erika Rodica, the founder and CEO of EIKA Swimwear, also known as EIKA.ph. It is an online swimwear brand that has been running since 2014, and we've gained an online following since. We have around 300,000 followers on Facebook and 70,000-ish on Instagram. We also started offering resort wear and skincare products to complement our swimsuit line. We aim to be your one-stop shop for your summer needs. Anyway, in this channel, I share behind the scenes and girl boss tips on how to start and manage a business. If you want more content like these, please click the subscribe button and hit that notification bell to get notified when I upload a new video. I do my best to be consistent, so you'll see fresh videos weekly, more or less. But if you're already a regular viewer but not a subscriber yet, please be sure that you're subscribed because it would really help my channel. Let's start. What made you decide to go in business? I've always been business-minded since I was a child. I'll tell you more about this later. But when I became a single mom at 16, I seriously pursued entrepreneurship because I want to spend more time at home with my daughter. At the same time, I want to honor God with my talent and empower my employees and our clients. How did you know which business to pursue? What criteria or parameters did you use in choosing the business? Sa umpisa, I had no specific business in mind. However, knowing that I love fashion and beauty, so it had to be somewhere along those lines. And another factor I considered is that I should be able to run the business from home. For those of you who are thinking of a business to pursue, find something you enjoy doing, assess your situation, and see where those two meet. I've started and handled quite a few businesses before I settled with this one now. So you mustn't also be afraid to try out different things. How did you start EIKA Swimwear? So this is going to be a long one. Probably the bulk of this video. Chika kwento time. Ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to be a businesswoman. On the yearbooks, I would always write, I want to be a businesswoman. So, hindi pa masyado uso yung word na entrepreneur noon. I had my first business at the age of 8 years old. I was in grade 3. Are you guys familiar with Video City? So, yes. Sa mga generation ko, I got the idea from there. So, I have lots of books, Goosebumps, Sweet Valley High, Archie Comics, lahat na. So, I thought, why not rent it out to my classmates? So I charged them 5 pesos a night, and I had so many renters the first month. And for an 8-year-old, ang dami na nun. But I will never forget that time because it was also the first time I experienced having a business rival. There was this rich girl in class. She didn't like reading, she didn't have books. But the next month, grabe, she asked her mom to buy her books, also started renting them out to the same classmate. Obviously, same classroom kami. Also, she was my best friend. The worst part is, she was also renting them out for only 1 peso a night. Can you guess what happened next? Wala. Close shop. Hindi na. In high school, I also sold ice candy because our house was only a few steps away from school. And in college, I also sold snacks in the classroom. It was about that time that I discovered that I can sell my old used clothing and multiply. It was after Friendster and before Facebook. Do you guys remember Multiply? I then found a supplier of shorts and smock dresses online then. I think I got them for around 100 pesos and then sold them for 150 to 200. So fast lang, fast selling lang, konting kita. So with those shorts and the smock dresses, I made a multiply website. So it's the dainty shop here. I was a one-man team from messaging the customers, getting their orders, collecting payments, follow-up, packing the product, shipping, lahat. Ako lang yun lahat. With that setup and thousands of products sold, I was able to save up money. I was currently in first year college that time, and because of it, I stopped asking allowance from my mom. She's also a single mom, raising 4 kids, and I'm the eldest. So I thought that was a small way to help her then. I continued to sell online and saved my earnings. However, around second year college, I got pregnant and gave birth to a cute little girl named Sophie. I used up all my savings. I was ashamed to ask for financial help because I knew it was my responsibility. I still got back to school, I finished my studies while continuing my online business at home. And when senior year came, I got really busy. I got a marketing internship at Starbucks. I needed to finish my thesis and other research papers. So, wala nang time. Wala na akong time, guys. And eventually, I had to choose between business and finishing college. Of course, I chose college. So again, close na ang store. After college, I went to work for my lola, sweet lola. She has a clothes manufacturing business which caters to big corporate companies. So I worked for her for a total of 5 years as a salary earning employee. I'm also known as the COO, aka Child of Owner. Well, grandchild of owner. Around the second year though, I felt like hindi ako satisfied maging employee. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed working for Lola and the perks of having hot lutong bahay for lunch every day. But I miss the experience of owning my own business. And as a single mom, I also wanted to save more money to be able to raise my daughter, send her to a nice school, and just give her the best that I can. Diba ganun naman mga mommies? Always the best! In 2014, 7 years ago, I created an Instagram account. It was the next up-and-coming social media platform back then. Medyo hindi pa siya uso. So I bought accessories from Divisoria and posted it on the account. As a marketing student, I knew how important branding was. So I already had the name figured out. EIKA. Oh, diba? That's just my name. Erika without the R. However, challenge, the accessories didn't quite take off as I wanted it. And I turned out to be broke. As in, I only had 5,000 pesos to my name. As in, walang savings, lahat wala na talaga. As in, 5,000 pesos na lang. I had to close my bank account even because I can't meet the minimum, my gosh. After a few months of launching the accessories, I was broke and it was summer. Somehow, I stumbled upon a swimsuit supplier, and with my 5,000 pesos, I went all in and used it up to buy stocks. Lord, bahala ka na talaga. Ito na, all in na. That same night I got the stocks, I took photos in my white bed sheet and iPhone 3GS. No nonsense, nothing fancy. And after building much hype from the few followers that I got, the next day, I put them up on the account and added around, I think I added mga 150 to 200 profit each lang because I really wanted to get my money ASAP. Kasi wala na akong pera. After an hour, everything was sold. I can't believe it. As in, so I gathered all the money I earned with the initial capital and bought more stocks and did it again. So every time I uploaded a batch, they'd be sold out the same night. And I did that every week and reinvested the money I earned back into the business. I was still employed by Lola, okay? So I only spent my living expenses with the salary that I got from her. Around that year that I felt so lost and alone. I was frustrated because I was pressuring myself to provide and earn more, and being a single mom took a toll on me. On the 30th anniversary of CCF, I was invited by my former co-intern at Starbucks. So it was my first time to step into a Christian church, and I was surprised. I asked myself, why is everyone so happy? Because like they're so accommodating. Alam mo yun, they were like, hello, good morning, all smiles. So I got curious, and during Pastor Peter's sermon, he said, in order to be found, you must admit that you are lost. Was I lost? Am I even capable of being found? So I knew I lived a sinful life and had real life proof. So I had my doubts of being saved. But my curiosity led me to attend more of the Sunday services, and I got to learn more about God as I read about Him in the Bible. On September 5, 2014, I gave my life to Christ. I surrendered all my plans and pressures of wanting to provide because I knew He was the great provider. I learned that worrying won't make it any better, and whatever His plan was for me and my daughter, I only had to trust and follow Him. So a few months after December 2014, I was given the opportunity to be able to join my first bazaar for EIKA. Again, it was all me, from the setup to the sales lady to the buhat-buhat, and that was a big stepping stone for my brand because it gave me more exposure and credibility by stepping out from the online world to having the swimsuit sold physically. I hired my first employee in 2015 so that I can still sell while still being employed to Lola. In 2017, I stopped working for Lola, thank you so much Mama, and focused full-time on my business. In 2018, I moved out of the house and lived on my own with Sophie. Here we are in our new house. It's so white. Right now, on my 7th year in the business, 4 years full-time, I have a team now and we're still growing. We have one company-owned store which reopened recently at 𝑑𝑒𝑝, and we are committed to becoming the country's #1 online swimwear and resort wear brand. So that's the story. It was not all up, it was ups and downs, and a lot has happened, as you guys know. So, just stick to it and trust the Lord. How did God figure in your business setup? In 2016, when I was earning regularly from the business, I felt that God was telling me to register and pay for proper taxes. Like, honestly, it was a struggle because I knew if I pay taxes, profits would decrease. And diba, we're online, so no one's really checking so much. But then again, if I wanted to honor God with my business, I knew it had to be done. Besides, it's really all from Him and I am only but a steward. So, I did all that, I registered, and that same year, I opened my first company-owned store, which was followed with 3 other concept stores. So, God never fails to amaze me on how He grew the business. And again, I only have to trust, have faith, and follow Him. Diba? Akala ko, instead of my kita being like that, it went all the way up. I've been following EIKA ever since, and I have seen your business bloom, especially during the pandemic. With this, I would like to know what are the key areas that you have considered to maintain a business during pandemic. So this question was from Krista Victorio. Thank you so much, Krista, for sending it over. To answer that, I guess it would be resources. So we have the manpower and raw materials, plus I felt responsible because they're fully employed under me. So I really felt the pressure. And during that time when nothing was available talaga and swimsuits won't sell, we had to pivot into creating and selling PPE such as face masks, bunny suits, and the like. In the latter part of 2020, we also sold loungewear because people are working from home nowadays. I hope this answers your question. How do you juggle your personal responsibilities in a 24-hour period? 24 hours is never enough. We all know that. So this question is from EJ Fernandez. Thank you so much for sending that over. But to answer you, it's time management. But I'm also a sucker at this. My trick, though, is to categorize tasks into major and minor tasks. Then I write down 3 major that I need to accomplish every day, and I make sure to do all of it. And once I finish them off, I move on to the minor tasks of the day. With this, I'm able to accomplish work most of the time. I plan to create a separate video about being productive at home. So if you want to see that, or if you have questions about productivity, please comment them down below. Any tips for those who are starting a new business? There are so many tips I can share, but top of mind would be to just start. The best time to start was yesterday. So stop doubting yourself. Plan to the most you can, but it will never materialize unless you start. If you're looking for that extra push, this is it. And once you do, you will learn and improve things along the way. And this process will be never ending. As in, you'll keep learning, you'll keep improving. So just do it. As in, now na. Okay? So that's it for this video. So if you like more content like this, be sure to subscribe. And if you have any questions or suggestions for my next video, or if you just want to write me a note, please comment them down below. I read and reply to each and every one as much as I can because I love reading feedback from all of you. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. See you on the next one. Thumbnail. Ayan, ang daming options.